You ready for that?
Yes.
If you want your body to perform like a finely tuned sports machine, a Porsche, don't feed it or treat it like a Pinto. Can you repeat that for me? If you want your body to perform like a Porsche, no, repeat after me. Repeat after me. If you want your body to perform like a Porsche, don't treat it like a Pinto. Again, if you want your body to perform like a Porsche, don't treat it like a Pinto. Now, what do you think? How many of you are Porsches?
Okay, well, let me see those hands. Let's show those hands.
So, what do you think you need to eat to perform at your best? What help you? Yeah?
Carrots, veggies, vegetables.
Yes. Well, she's right. Yeah. Yes, protein. Fiber, yes. What else? Carbs. What kind of carbs?
Lipids.
Lipids are fats, yes. Huh?
Fatty acids.
Fatty acids. Those are fats, yes. Great. What else? Protein. We got protein. Now let me ask you. What does your body need protein for?
Build muscle.
And why do you need to build muscle?
Get rid of fat.
So you can be strong, right? Think about what you guys do. I want you to think about this for a second. Think about how many times you jump when you're out there on the court.
A lot.
Yes. Think about how many times you hit.
A lot.
Yeah? Think about how many times those of you are diving on the floor.
A lot.
A lot, right? Now think about what's happening to your body, to your muscles, right? Tell me something. If you were stronger, would you be a better hitter?
Yes.
If you were stronger, would you be a better jumper?
Yes.
If you were stronger, would you last longer on the court?
Yes.
If you were stronger, would you outlast your competition?
Yes.
If you were stronger. We'll leave it at that. I can't think of another thing, right? So what I want you to know this tonight is we're going to talk about these three things is how to eat, to be stronger, to jump higher, to recover faster. Is that important?
Yes.
And to outlast your competition. It's important to recover faster. Jessica, turn the lights back on, please. Thanks. We don't need this. I guess I am the visual tonight. So let's put the spotlight back on. Oh, there you guys are. Okay. Good. So now let's talk about protein. Here's what happens when you're out there, right? You are training basically 6 days a week. That's why I see my girls, they're going to practice after practice after practice. And you guys are doing the same. You guys even do a weekend. 6 days a week. You are breaking down your muscles. You understand that?
Yes.
You're breaking down your muscles. Every time you go out there on the court, you're breaking down your muscles. What does that mean? It means that you're actually tearing your muscle fibers. They're getting tears, right? Is that good?
No.
No, that's not good. So you need to understand that is what's happening. You are actually tearing your muscle fibers. Your muscle fibers are actually getting broken down. So you really need to understand that, right? So if you want to be able to get out there and do that day after day, practice after practice, competition after competition, what do you need to do?
Feed your body.
Fuel your muscles.
Yeah, you need to build them back up, right? You need to build them back up. You need to give your body what it needs in order to build itself back up. Right? Am I right or am I right?
Right.
Right. I love that phrase. Am I right? Am I right? I am right. So I listen to me. I want you to understand this, right? Now here's the deal. Here's the deal. The foods that you love to eat, the Cane's and the In-N-Out and the Chick-fil-A and what else? McDonald's. What else? Taco Bell. Oh, the Taco Bell, my bad. Right? So the foods that you love to eat. Yeah, the foods that you. What's the difference between the foods that you love to eat and the foods that your parents would want you to eat? Huh? It doesn't. Well, I know it doesn't taste the same. Let's talk about that. Do you know why it doesn't taste the same?
It's artificial.
What was that?
It's artificial.
It's artificial. Guys, listen to me. Let me hear this. It's artificial. Those fries you buy at McDonald's. Those fries you buy at McDonald's. Guys, those fries you buy at McDonald's, they're not really even potatoes. They're not even potatoes. It's potato starch put through an extruder to make it look like fries. It's got so much chemicals in it. And here's what you need to understand. They put so much chemicals in it so that it tastes the same way all the time. And it affects your brain to make you crave it over and over again because they want you to eat more of it. You understand that? They want you to eat more of it.
What are the chicken nuggets?
Oh! You really want to know? Are you sure?
Yes.
You really want to know what those nuggets are?
Chicken nuggets. How many of you love chicken nuggets? Should I really tell you? Chicken nuggets. Think about all the parts of the chicken that you don't eat.
Like the beef, the bones, guys.
The bones, the gizzards, and all the pieces that you throw away when you clean the chicken. Guess what they do? They take all of that, they grind it all up, and they make chicken nuggets! Yeah. Oh my goodness! I see I'm going to have some converts after tonight. You're not going to want to. Guys, I worked at Kentucky Fried Chicken. Fried chicken! I worked at Kentucky Fried Chicken my senior year in high school. And I had to eat this piece of chicken since. It's a piece of Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'm going to spoil it for you, Ken. I haven't eaten this. So,
Oh, you don't want to know. Oil that's been there for 6 months unchanged.
that it's so dark and black that it looks like it's tar. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to go there. I'm not going to.
Are the McFlurries real?
I'm sorry?
Ice cream machine's always broken, so no.
So let's get back to the protein. Let's get back to your muscle tissue. This is important. You need to understand that. Your muscle tissue is being broken down if you don't repair it. If you don't give your body what it needs to repair it. Now here is why the things that you love to eat, the McDonald's, the Cane's, all of the fast food restaurants, KFC, you love that? KFC, all of that. Here's the reason why. Here's the reason why it's not the best choice of fuel to build up muscles. You know why? I'll tell you why. Thanks for asking, by the way. You want to know why?
Why?
You want to know why? You want to know why? Okay, I'm going to tell you. Don't thank me. I'm going to tell you anyway. Right? Here's why. One word. Bioavailability. And it's a big word. Bioavailability. Can you say that? Bioavailability. Bioavailability is the amount of a nutrient that your body can absorb from the foods you eat. Like it's never 100%, it is always a percentage, right? A percent of what you eat always goes to waste. So with natural foods, the foods that we will have you eat, some ground rice, some sweet potatoes, some yams, some oatmeal, all the stuff you love to eat, the fruit and veggies that you love to eat. You love veggies now. She used to hate veggies, now she loves veggies. all of those foods are about 90% absorbed by your body. The nutrients in those foods are about 90% absorbed by your body. The stuff from your favorite restaurants, that stuff is anywhere from 10 to 50% absorbed by your body. Woo. So you see, you could be eating a lot of food and getting very little nutrition from it. You can be eating a lot of food but still running on empty. There's a lot of people in this country right now who there's so much food available, but they're starving. They're malnourished because they're not getting the nutrition. And remember I said that you guys are no ordinary young ladies? You're extraordinary. You're athletes. Can you say that? I'm an athlete. I'm an athlete. I'm extraordinary. You should treat yourself like you're extraordinary. You should treat yourself like you're an athlete. You're no ordinary young lady. You're an extraordinary athlete. You should treat your body as such, as a Porsche, not a Pinto, right? Because when you don't, your body is very good at getting what it needs from other places. And that's not good. You don't want that. Your body's very good. Remember I used the word cannibalize? It's very good at taking nutrients from other places. It's very good at eating up your muscle tissue to be energy. It's a terrible source of energy. But when your body lacks what it needs, it will do that. It will eat your muscle tissue as energy. Do you want that happening? No, you don't want that happening. You want to be able to jump. You want to be able to hit. You want to be able to recover. And if you're not giving your body what it needs, it's not going to recover. How are you going to get up the next day and go do your competition? No. You're not. You're not going to be as effective, right? You're not going to be as effective. So I want you to remember that. The reason why you need to treat your body as if it's a finely tuned, high-performance machine is because you are. And a finely tuned performance machine requires a different kind of fuel than your ordinary run-of-the-mill car, okay? So I want you to remember that. So how many of you are going to make a commitment tonight to start eating better?
I will.
I love that. To start eating better because you are a finely tuned sports machine. I want you to realize that, okay? So we're going to talk about, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Lend me your ears. Come on back to me. 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 Thank you. All eyes on me. I love that. Here's the thing. You can enjoy your canes. You can enjoy your, what's the other thing? In-N-Out. You can enjoy your McDonald's, your Chick-fil-A. You can enjoy your Starbucks. You don't have to give any of that up. But here's the thing. If 80% of what you're eating is coming from the foods that you need to feed your body as a highly tuned, well-tuned sports machine, 80% of what you're eating is coming from fruit and vegetables, your complex carbs. What do we use complex carbs for? Complex carbs, your rice, your pasta, your, what was that? Energy. Where are you going to get the energy? Your complex carbs. What ideas of complex carbs? Pasta, what else? Rice. Potatoes. Huh? You love broccoli? Oh, I like that. I love broccoli. When my kids were young, we used to have broccoli time. Yeah, I'm going to say. We used to have broccoli time. Right? We used to have, at the dinner table, we used to have broccoli time. So every time we're having broccoli, somebody can pick up a piece of broccoli and say broccoli time. And you all have to eat a piece of broccoli. Right? That's how we got to eat broccoli. And it was fun. We made the game of it. Parents made the game of it. So for the young ones, you make a game out of it, and it becomes a ritual. Right? So your body needs complex carbohydrate because that's your fuel. When you have an all-day tournament, oh my goodness, you get there at 7 o'clock in the morning, and you're playing one match after the other, and you just keep going. Is a Starbucks refresher going to give you the energy you need for that? No, it's not. And here's why, guys. Coach Jess asked me to talk. Go ahead, you have a question?
What if I add a double smoked bacon sandwich to that?
Oh, that's okay, but is that the best you can do? Is that the best energy food?
It's some eggs.
Is it the least processed? Right? Is it going to give you energy that lasts over the course of the day? And what happens when it doesn't?
My body gives out.
Your body gives out. Your body finds what it needs from elsewhere. Guys, I want you to understand this. Listen up, listen up. Listen up, 14 Adidas. When you don't give your body what it needs, do you want your body taking nutrients from your heart?
No.
Do you want your body taking nutrients from your lungs?
No.
Do you want your body cannibalizing your other organs?
No.
Guess what you're doing when you don't give it what it needs?
Doing that.
It's cannibalizing itself. It's eating itself from the inside out. It's not pretty, I'm telling you. So understand that it's not pretty. Now let's talk about sugar. Here's the second lesson that I want to show you today. How many lessons I said I would share with you?
3.
Trace.
Okay. What was the first one? What's that? 4 scores and 7 years ago? Is that the first one? When is that from? Oh, give this girl a hand. Who knows that? 4 scores and 7 years ago. How many is that, by the way? Ooh, that's a nice question. All right, you can contemplate that. Here's the second lesson. Sugar, it ain't so sweet. Can you say that for me? Sugar, it ain't so sweet. Sugar, it ain't so sweet. Now, what do I mean by that? Right? A lot of you love your big cup of sugar. And like I said, it's okay. We'll talk about when's the best time for that. But what are you doing when you feed your body a lot of sugar? Right? What happens? You get. That's the next thing that happens. And I love that, little Sadie. Yes. Yes, your body is going to. Here's what happens. When you eat a lot of sugar, when you get that big cup of sugar, here's what's going to happen. Your body has to get rid of it. Your body doesn't like to have a lot of sugar in your bloodstream. So it has to get rid of it. So it releases insulin, it's a hormone, and it takes all that sugar out of your blood because it can't have all that sugar in your blood, right? And what happens after it does that? You crash. So sugar crash. What are the symptoms of sugar crash? What do you think?
Tired.
You feel tired. You feel shaky. You get headaches. Yes. You get irritable. Are you able to concentrate? No. Lose concentration. You have energy? No, because you took crap. So that is what happens, guys, when you're having that big cup of sugar before a competition. Just out of curiosity. What do you guys eat before a competition? Last week.
I forget. But it was
Okay.
unhealthy.
It was unhealthy. What did you? All right. What did you eat before your last competition? I love that. Joseph, I would love if you had some oatmeal. Nobi, what did you have for breakfast before your last competition?
We can tell you.
Yeah.
Croissants. Okay, we had 2 croissants, 2 muffins, grapes, bacon, and eggs, and we were still hungry after.
Wow. You guys are.
I had a plate of bacon, eggs. I had 2 gluten-free chocolate muffins. I had a little English muffin with jam.
Wow.
And I had water.
Before your last competition? Wow. Okay. So here's the deal, guys. You're able to perform. You're young. You're able to perform now. But just understand that as you move up the ladder, as you get older, And if you want to last, so we're talking about longevity here, right? If you have aspiration of being athletes in high school and beyond, in college and beyond, then we're talking about you want your body to last. You want your body as your tool, your instrument. You want your body to be able to perform. Like I said, I've seen a lot of bright potential stars cut down before their time with injuries. Why? Because of how they eat, what they feed their body. All right, so at this point, it is time for the Big Cup of Sugar break. The Big Cup of Sugar challenge. How many of you can do push-ups?
I can. I just got done.
Okay. We'd like to have a push-up challenge. Come on up. Come on up. We're gonna have a push-up challenge. Come on, I gotta see some of the 15. Come on, Lydia. Come on. Lydia.
Okay,
All right. Come on. Let's have a push-up challenge.
Wait, Cassie's gonna be.
Yeah, we're doing regular push-ups. Regular up-down push-ups. Go ahead, spread out. And guys, you're gonna have to turn them on. I need someone to keep time. Okay, let's keep time. 30 seconds. Let's see how many push-ups you can do in 30 seconds, right? And the winner gets the Big Cup of Sugar prize. Are you ready? Get down on your mark. Spread out. Get yourself out. Now, this is on the honor system, so you're going to count your own push-ups. I want you to count as you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? I want you to count. Ready? On your mark. Get set. Go. 30 seconds. There we go.
I told you.
Okay. Lydia, what you got? 46. 18. 27. 21. So who was the highest?
I knew it.
There's a big cup of sugar. How did you do? Listen, 21, and they were perfect. How old are you?
No.
They were perfect. She's in the car. All right. Let's get her big cup of sugar challenge. Anyway. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. 10, 21 really good push-ups. Nice. 21. Oh, awesome. All right, give them a round of applause. Thank you very much. All right, come on back. Very good, very good. Awesome. All right, come on back to me. Come on back to me. We're almost at the end. I'm not going to drag this out. We're almost at the end. Come on back to me. Give me your ears. Give me your ears. All right, very good, very good. I've got 3 lessons for you. Talked about 2. What was the first? If you want your body to perform like A, don't treat it like A. If you want your body to perform like a Porsche, don't treat it like A. What was the second? Sugar ain't so sweet. Sugar ain't so sweet. The third. Now I want you to listen up because this has to do with your longevity. Right? The third. Show your bones some love. Show your bones some love. I know, we don't think about bones, right? And I wish I had my thing up here, but actually this has been even so much better without my projector, right? Show your bones some love, and here's why. Poor nutrition builds poor bones. Can you say that? See, everybody thinks that bones are just one solid mass. No, it is not, right? Your bones are just like your muscle tissue. They are living tissue. They are constantly being broken down and rebuilt. Every 4 months, you have new bones. Every 4 months, you have new bones. Every 4 months. I can't stress that enough, because here's what happened. Here's where this comes in for you. What does your body use to build strong bones? Nutrition. Now, I want you to picture this. I want you to picture your bones, and in your bones, the fibers in your bones, when you don't eat well, they're big and porous. When you eat, when you feed your body what it needs, they become very dense. And they look solid. That's why bones look solid. Because when they're solid, when they grow the way they're supposed to, they look solid. But when you don't, they look hollow. And that is when you are in jeopardy. That is when you're in jeopardy. When they're hollow, that's when you're in jeopardy. Because they become fragile. Right? And here's the thing, guys. This is the best time of your life. From now through age 20. From now through age 20. Are you guys listening? From now through age 20. By the time you get to 20, you've reached maximum bone density. Maximum. Not going to get any stronger than that. Maximum bone density by age 20. And here's what happens when you don't feed your body what it needs. Remember I said every 4 months your bones are being broken down and rebuilt? Well, guess what? During that process is when we see the most amount of fractures for young athletes. And unfortunately for you guys, young ladies, 1 in 3 of you suffer from bone fractures every year. 1 in 3. Young ladies. It's more prevalent among girls than it is among boys. So I want you to really take that seriously, because what does that mean?
Injuries.
Yes, when you have a fracture is very difficult to heal. Very, very difficult to heal, right? So what tends to happen is that you start to having these recurring fractures. Once you get a fracture, then you start to having recurring fractures. And we see that from where you are now to when you go to high school. By the time you get to college, you have these injuries that follow you around, right? They're recurring injuries, recurring fractures. So I want you to show your bones some love and start to feed your body what it needs, because this is the most important time in your life for your bones, right? This is where you're building strong bones or you're building weak bones, right? And how you build it until you turn age 20, that's what it's going to be. From 20 to 30, you're not going to build very much more strength. After 30, that's it. Things start to go down. Right? So this is your time. This is your time. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your moment. This is your moment. So like a rapper. This is your moment. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your time. Right? This is your time. This is your time to really think about who do you want to be and what kind of body you want to build, and do you want it to last? Do you want to have your bright future? For those of you who want to go to the Olympics, for those of you who want to continue to play profession, for those of you who have aspiration to continue to be athletes, your body can either support you or it will give out on you, and it's entirely up to you. So 3 things we've talked about. If you want your body to perform like a Porsche, don't treat it like a Pinto. Sugar ain't so sweet. Because when you crash, it ain't so sweet. And you don't want to crash in the middle of your matches. I've seen it happen. Okay. Number 3, show your bones some love. This is the time. This is the time. This is the time. Doesn't get any better than this. Between now and age 20, this is your time to build strong bones. This is your time to help to prevent fractures in the future. Right? This is your time. You get a fracture now. And another reason why fractures happen is I see a lot of young athletes who start to do too much too soon. They don't ramp up what they're doing, they just jump right in. Right? And that's not good. You want to, if you're not doing the conditioning that is offered, that is brilliant. That has to be an important part of it. You've got to be doing your conditioning. Where you're jumping every day, you've got to be doing your conditioning. You've got to be doing some strength. You've got to be doing some conditioning. Very, very important. Okay? So, yes.
I have two questions. First, how much do we need for our bodies to be purchased? And second, what can we have to like strengthen our bones?
Awesome question. How much do you need to eat to be like a horse? And what do you need to eat? Remember I said that you don't have to give up the fun foods. You should blend some fun foods in there. However, for you, complex carbohydrates, your grains, your starches, like oatmeal, rice, pasta, potatoes, sweet potatoes, yam, right? Some healthy cereal. Those are your complex carbs of choice. Your protein, right? Your body needs protein or it's going to cannibalize on itself, right? Your source of protein, what's your favorite protein? What do you like? Chicken, fish, turkey, tuna, what do you like? Eggs?
Yeah, eggs.
You like eggs, chicken, fish, turkey, tuna? So those are the kind of things that we need to eat. And most importantly, guys, listen, 3 macronutrients, what are they? Proteins, what's the other one? Carbs, what's the other one? Fats. Protein, carbs, fat. But here's the thing. Protein, carbs, fats, those are the building blocks, right? Those are like blocks. But can you build a house with just blocks? No. What's going to happen? It's going to fall down, right? They're the building blocks. Those are the blocks. Well, how do you hold those blocks together? You need some glue, some cement. You need something to bind them together. You need something to get them to work. And what do we call those somethings? Those are the little, called them micronutrients. And where do we find those micronutrients? Where do we find those micronutrients? You guys know this? In your fruits and vegetables. In your fruits and vegetables. So guess what? In your ears, you can be eating all the protein, carbs, and fats you want. If you're not eating those fruits and vegetables, then you're not giving your body the nutrients it needs to actually utilize the protein, carbs, and fats. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. And the second question was, what do you eat to build strong bones? The same foods you eat to build a finely tuned body, right? The healthy foods that your parents ask you to eat, the things you love to eat, I'm sure, right? Those are the foods you eat to build strong bones, because that's where your body will get the nutrients it needs to build strong bones, okay? All right, give yourselves a round of applause. One bonus. Here's one bonus as we leave, as I send you on your way to go have a nice healthy meal. All right, one bonus I want you to think about. What are you saying yes to?
Healthy nutritional.
All right. Every time you put something in your mouth, you're saying yes to something. Which means you're saying no to something else. So from now on, I want you to ask yourself, what am I saying yes to? Every time I eat the Canes, every time I eat In-N-Out,
Yes.
every time I eat that big cup of sugar, every time I eat those bacon and egg little smashed in, what am I saying yes to? Remember, if you're saying yes to one thing, you're saying no to something else. So this is a time. This is a time. I understand parents, we don't have control over our kids anymore. They're young adults, and we want to help them to make the decisions that is going to be good for them. But you guys have to make the decisions, right? We can open the door, but you have to walk through it. You have to decide who you're going to be. I love this line. One of my favorite movies, my favorite all-time superhero is Superman. This is a bird. This is a plane. Superman. That's the original Superman. And in the last movie, his dad said, son, you're going to have to decide what kind of man you want to grow up to be. And I say the same thing to you guys. Ladies, you're going to have to decide what kind of woman you want to grow up to be. Right? Are you going to grow up to be strong and fit and healthy? Or are you going to grow up to be like a lot of my clients? I do a lot of nutrition coaching. I have clients on 6 continents and 7 countries around the world. And a lot of those clients are people who spend the past 4 or 5 decades making poor decisions. And now they pay me all their money to try and get their health back. You don't want to be like that. Right? So you are going to have to decide what kind of woman you want to grow up to be. You are going to have to decide, what are you saying yes to? So every time you make a decision, what am I saying yes to? Whether it's to food or anything else you got, what am I saying yes to? All right, you guys have been wonderful.
Wait, is it real?
That is funny.
Hey, I don't like it. I didn't. So I just got You went down and I went down and Olivia, I think your mom is like your favorite song. I'm sure it's hard for you. The biggest feeling and I'm scratching all over your face. Oh, it's okay. You saw it. Okay, I just need to do that. Let me give you a call. I can still I know. You were sniping oh wait, now we are signed. I'm ready to keep this. You're gonna coffee with Lacey. It's so funny. Yeah, like random kids like in this movie have to like pass the water up and like back. So, now I